Shall we do one more big round of applause for the Ghana Supporters Union? And now, on that note of musical energy, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Honorable Minister for Sports and Recreation, Chair of the Fundraising Committee for the FIFA World Cup, President of the Ghana Football Association and Vice President of the Confederation of African Football, members of the Fundraising Committee, legends of the beautiful game of football, legends of music, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, potential donors, good people of Ghana. It gives me great pleasure this evening to welcome you to this serene ambience in Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. As tonight we come together as a collective to push our Black Stars in a very symbolic way to ensure that their participation is one that has the whole nation gathered behind them in spirit and in symbolism. What kind of symbolism? That we all come together to put together monetary resources to ensure that the participation that we will have in the FIFA World Cup will be devoid of any inadequacies. Tonight, His Excellency the President himself, the chief supporter of our team, and the man who has brought all of us together as a people, is making sure that we all come together and we walk along this path together and make sure that we're all inspired by the beautiful stories that we've written on that big stage called the FIFA World Cup. This evening, I'm already inspired and I'm already encouraged because of the good news I'm already hearing in the background. The good news will be made manifest very, very shortly. But as we do all of this, we'd like to also send big greetings to all of our friends who are joining us via various live streams, especially on the nation's broadcaster GTV, GTV Sports Plus, and all other platforms on social media that I'll be acknowledging as we go along. Your Excellency, you're welcome. Honorable Ministers, you're welcome. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're grateful to have your presence here. And as I mentioned earlier, the heavy presence in this room tonight goes to tell a very big story of how successful this will be. By way of introduction, my name is Nathaniel Atto. I'll be serving you as your Master of Ceremonies, and it's my hope that together we would have achieved one very, very huge mark in terms of resources, and that will send a very big message, not only to our friends in West Africa, but to friends all over the world who are also looking forward to making a big mark on the FIFA World Cup. Tonight, we are starting things off on a note of celebration of various forms of art. Whenever we come together like this, it's also important that we celebrate the beautiful things that define us as a people. And tonight, obviously, we're not running away from that norm. That's the reason why, before I start paying my respects to some of the greats I see across from me, I would like one lady with a voice of international quality and one that is always goosebump worthy to come here and serenade us and get us in the mood to give wholeheartedly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, she sang for the President of the Republic. She sang for kings and queens. She sang for monarchs and beautiful people like yourselves. Tonight, she doesn't want to be left out of the beauty of what we are about to do here. With a resounding round of applause, with warmth and love, please help me welcome the one and only internationally acclaimed Kokui Selome.
justice, our watchwords forevermore. We pledge as people, having seen much trouble in our own home and abroad, standing upright for peace. We remember our soldiers, we remember our policemen, we remember all our forces and the praise God for all. To hard work and excellence we lift up our hearts. Oh Ghana, dear Ghana, the home of all excellence, where we aim higher to the sky as the limit, striving hard for excellence as the home of the brave. We remember our black queens, we remember our black stars, we remember John Mahama and the praise God for all.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, anytime this lady mounts the stage to sing, she brings goosebumps onto my skin. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be part of a generation where we have people of international quality who can stand on any stage on the world and wow any audience. Please help me acknowledge her one more time. Your Excellency, the President, good people of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, please do permit me to pay my respects to some good friends and persons within the industry who are here with us. A point of pride who is also doing his bit when it comes to administering the game of football. He's the president of the Ghana Football Association and also a second vice president of the Confederation of African Football. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kurt Edwin Simeon Okreku. Your Excellency, I also duly acknowledge the presence, the strong presence from the Sports and Recreation Ministry, ably led by our indefatigable and hardworking Minister, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, who's also a Member of Parliament. Ably supported by the Chief Director. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Madam, we're very grateful to you. And also his technical advisor, Honorable Crosby Mensah. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Your Excellency, especially on an evening like this as we're celebrating the beautiful game of football, we have to also pay our respects to persons who have brought us maximum joy, especially as we have to follow the game from a distance. He has a minimum of 40 years of practice in different parts of the world and is one of the longest serving sports journalists who duly serves as the president of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana. Please help me acknowledge Mr. Kwabena Yeboah, the legendary. Seated next to him is an amazing broadcaster and a culture expert who has also paid his dues to the industry. A couple of years ago when I was younger, he probably would have been standing here on this stage. But as progress would have it, and as the happenings of recent years would have it, he serves this nation on the international scene as Presidential Special Envoy to the Caribbean region, His Excellency Kwesi Che Dakwa. Your Excellency, before we go for the first address, please do permit me to acknowledge the presence of a legend of the game of football, one whose name is forever etched in the history of this nation because he led a charge and a lead and a battalion of strong gentlemen who donned the beautiful Black Stars jersey to our very first appearance at the FIFA World Cup. He is an expert when it comes to putting all player egos together, putting them under control, and also making sure that we deliver on the pitch. The inspirational former captain of the Black Stars, Stephen Tornado Apea. And now, good people of Ghana, to start things off this evening, please do permit me to bring here to the podium a fine gentleman who is playing his role in terms of public service as a Deputy Minister for Finance, but for the purposes of our gathering this evening, is serving as the chair of the fundraising ministerial committee that has been set up to ensure that we put all of these resources together. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Honorable Thomas Ampem.
Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, we want to thank you for coming this evening to support us raise enough funds to support the Black Stars. We know yesterday you were far away in the Bono areas, but your presence here speaks volumes. Permit me to refer to all of us as ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. We have ended the fast, so good evening. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to spend your special holiday evening with us. On behalf of the fundraising committee, I extend our warmest wishes to all our Muslims, brothers and sisters. We say Happy Eid Mubarak. Today, we are not just launching a sponsorship program. We are launching a national movement to carry the Black Stars and the spirit of Ghana onto the world stage. Our target is ambitious but achievable. $30 million. Say $30 million. So the cedi equivalence of $30 million. $30 million to fund and support Ghana's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup and 4 international friendly matches. $30 million, one nation, one team, one mission. We are therefore inviting the private sector, institutions, and every Ghanaian to be part of this journey. This is not a cost. This is an investment in national pride, global visibility, and economic opportunity. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we have designed this program to deliver value, real value, for our corporate partners. This is about visibility, influence, market expansion, and national recognition. This ranges from presidential level access to core events, to diaspora business platforms in Toronto, Vancouver, Washington, D.C., and New York, and to nationwide brand activation across fun parks and media platforms. This is moving corporate Ghana from spectators to sponsors. This is strategic positioning. There are even more compelling offers. Government has provided a clear and attractive incentive. Under Section 100 of the Income Tax Act 2015 Act 896, your sponsorship is fully tax deductible. Yes, fully deductible. Which means this means you support our nation and you reduce your taxable income. That is what we call patriotism that pays. Support that returns value. national pride with a tax advantage. We are simply saying support the Black Stars and reduce your tax bills. The tax system is working and now working for our national pride. Ladies and gentlemen, we have structured flexible sponsorship tiers from $100,000 to $5 million and above. The headline sponsor will require you to pay only $5 million and above. Diamond sponsors from $3 million and above up to $5 million. Platinum, $1 to $3 million. Gold, $500,000 to $1 million. Silver, $300,000 to $500,000. Bronze, $100,000 to $300,000. This is to ensure that every organization can find its place in this important movement. This is where brands become national champions. But this is not only for corporation. This is for every Ghanaian everywhere. From boardrooms to mobile phones, every Ghanaian can contribute. And so today, we introduce a simple tool for nationwide participation. Just dial *899#. Yes, *899#. Let me repeat, *899#. Through this code, every Ghanaian can contribute and stand a chance to win exciting rewards through our national lottery draw, which we launched on Tuesday. And a lot of you, many of you were there to support us. Our good friend Shatta Wale was there, Stoneboy was there, Nasi, and all our artists. Today I've seen Ibrahim and many others who are here to support us. So just dial *899# and you stand the chance of winning to join all of us in 2026 World Cup. For those our friends who do not want to win anything at all, you can also dial *899*26#. That is not linked to winning anything. That is just your donation to support the Black Stars. Let me, on behalf of the committee, also assure you and the nation that every cedi, every dollar mobilized under this program will be managed with the highest standards of integrity, transparency, and accountability. For a start, we have created a receiving account with the Bank of Ghana. The details of the accounts are, and I want to provide the account name, 2026 FIFA World Cup Fundraising cedi. If you are donating in cedis, it is 2026 FIFA World Cup Fundraising cedi. If you want to contribute in dollars, it is the same account name but dollar. So 2026 FIFA World Cup Fundraising USD. And we have 2026 FIFA World Cup Fundraising pounds and 2026 FIFA World Fundraising euro. So we have the same account name in cedi, in pounds, in USD, and in euros. All payments, including cash payments, are expected to be made to this account. These funds will be ring-fenced, properly governed through the enhanced public financial management system, and fully accounted for. We assure full transparency, no leakages, no compromises. And what we have agreed is that if we are able to raise in excess of the $30 million that we have targeted, the excess funds will be donated to the Ghana Sports Fund that has been established. Ladies and gentlemen, every cedi will be accounted for, every contribution protected, every promise kept. That is our commitment, that is our duty. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, when President Mahama called for a national reset, it was to rekindle the Ghanaian spirit. It is a call to choose Ghana, to back Ghana, and to stand for Ghana, because the greatness we seek is already within us. Our guiding principle is that when Ghana rises, we all rise. When the Black Stars shine, Ghana shines. And when Ghana takes the world stage, we must go together. Government, business, and citizens. This is our moment. This is our movement. So today, I call on corporate Ghana, step forward boldly. I call on the diaspora, engage and contribute. I call on every Ghanaian, dial *899#. Your support is just one code away, *899#. Together, let's fund the dream. Together, let's power the team. Together, let's carry Ghana to the world. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
We're very grateful to you, Honorable Thomas Ampim. Shall we appreciate him with another round of applause? Traditional Authority is also here to support us this evening, and that just gives you the vastness of the net that football has. Tonight, I pay my respects to the Tufuhine, Oshidiem, Nastantiachim, Nana, Udijwo, Ba, Kukruku III. Shall we do a big round of applause? Your Excellency, this evening, I would like to pay respects to the strong team that is led by the Honorable Thomas Ampim. This is the team who have been breaking their backs over the last couple of weeks and months to ensure that all of these targets are met. Secretary for the fundraising committee is Gertrude Emefadonko, who's also the MD of Goldboard Jewelry. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Mr. George Spencer Quay, the board chairman of DVLA, is a member. Shall we do a big round of applause? Matilda Asante Esiedu, a deputy governor of the Central Bank, is also a member. Honorable Betty Crosby Mensah is also a member. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Mr. Frederick Emisa is also a member. Shall we do a big round of applause? Mr. Oting Al-Hassan. Mr. Emmanuel C.C. Kwenu. Mr. Kwejo Chumbuafo. Yeah, his jersey is a rare color tonight, isn't it? And of course, Miss Amanda Ochre. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And Your Excellency, I mentioned some of the friends from the arts and entertainment industry. Ahead of your arrival, I mentioned the legendary Grace Ashley. I mentioned Akwabwa. And of course, a couple of others. But of course, tonight, headlining and leading the charge from the music industry are some very, very good friends of ours. Kweku Flick, how are you doing? Please put your hands together for him. And of course, we know that Nasi has a different name now. We'll be talking about that later on. Nasi, we love you. Thank you so much for all you do. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the last time I checked, he had filled the Accra Stadium, and that wasn't made of any sets of people from where he comes from in Ghana. It was made of a vast array of persons from different parts of the world. That was the heralding of a festival which has now become associated with his great name. In terms of international collaborations, you can make mention of the legendary Beanie Man. You can make mention of the legendary Sean Paul and many others. But the most important of all of this is that as a son of the soil, he has also decided to add his might and his musical will to this process that we are going through. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the BIM nation within one nation. Please put your hands together for the internationally acclaimed Stonebwoy. Also this evening, ladies and gentlemen, he's done major international collaborations which have brought big names like Beyonce towards Ghana And I've put him on many, many platforms, including that soundtrack, which became a very big one and a popular one in the world-acclaimed Lion King. He has also recorded many tracks with many legends. And of course, later in the coming weeks, we're going to hear a new one with the legendary John Legend. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he's also won accolades. He has flown the flag of Ghana in different places. Please help me acknowledge the presence of the man who leads the SM movement, Shatta Wale. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we go along, we'll continue to pay our respects to some very good friends who are here to support us with their might and their will. Before we go for our next address, I would also like to pay my respects to the Managing Director of Boost Energies, the very respected and award-winning Afechi Awono. Award-winning because at the last edition of the Millennium Excellence Awards, he was given a symbolic salute for all of his efforts in the industry. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I also want to pay my respects to the hard-working administrator of the Ghana Sports Fund. And it's our hope that tonight, Dr. David Kofi would get, the excess of the 30 million so that he can put it in the fund. Please put your hands together for him. And now, good people of Ghana, please help me with a warm round of applause to welcome the president of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Kurt Edwin Simeon Okreku.
Your Excellency, the President of our dear Republic, my hard-working Sector Minister, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Ministers of State here and present, CEOs from both the public and the private sector here and present, members of the Black Stars Management Committee, today led by ex-captain Stephen Appiah, legends from the football ecosystem here in present, Your Excellency, today I'm very conflicted because I have two of my very, very best friends here, and I do not know which side of the divide to look at. Bim. Bim. Wale. 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 So, Your Excellency, at the end of the speech, Wale is going to tell me how many times he has dialed *899# and Stoneboy is going to answer the same question. Your Excellency, I am very humbled to be here tonight to speak to Ghana, to seek the support of Ghana for our darling Black Stars. Your Excellency, I'll start off by saying thank you to your good self for your avowed commitment to football and sports in our country. I remember in the period leading to your re-election, you did make a firm promise to support sports. Post-elections, I think the evidence is there for all of us to see. Please, can we give it to him, please? What do I mean by evidence? The sports fund has been set up. Thank you. You also led the charge for corporate Ghana to support our Ghana Premier League. Thank you. Your Excellency, because without domestic football, we will not be here. Without domestic football, without our Division 1 league, without our GPL, we will not be here. So you supporting domestic football for me is so dear to my heart, for which reason I'll forever be grateful. So 2018, Ghana could not make it to the Mundial. 2022, despite all the challenges, we made it. And we did not make it in Ghana, we made it in Abuja. 4 years down the line, we are back again to the world stage. A stage for the creme de la creme of world football. We should be proud of ourselves as Ghanaians. Because if you have 211 countries in the world competing to be part of the very best, and consecutively Ghana is present, you should be proud. The year 2024 was a very, very challenging year for Ghana football. Fast forward 2025, we had to start a campaign to qualify Ghana to US, Canada, and Mexico. And I kept thinking, where can I find the magic, the Midas touch? Then out of the blue, Your Excellency popped up during training of the Black Stars. Beyond that visit, the Black Stars have not lost any competitive game. You will not clap? Believe me, maybe you didn't know he has the Midas touch. But today, I have confirmed that he has the Midas touch. Because I'm sure His Excellency has not even taken notice that beyond his visit, before we played against Chad, and after that, Ghana has not lost any competitive game. What that means is that the reset agenda has also affected the Black Stars. Your Excellency, the Football Association of which I serve is very much committed to working with your good self and the sector ministry to make sure that our Black Stars get the best of preparations. Indeed, your presence here speaks volumes of your desire for us to be very prepared. The team has lined up a number of games, including a game in Vienna against Austria on the 27th of March. 3 days after, we'll be in Stuttgart against Germany. few years ago, if you had a fixture like Ghana versus Germany, you'll be afraid. But today, we are very confident that the intangible assets that we have produced over time, the intangible assets that have been put together by Coach Ado and his team will make Ghana proud. We will go into these games and we will, Your Excellency, go into this tournament with our chest up, ready to fight for the strip and ready to change our story. We will not go into this tournament as underdogs. We fear no foe. And believe me, when this team lines up against Panama, against England, and against Croatia, Ghana football will speak. Your Excellency, yesterday in the city of New York, our technical sponsors, Puma, adored a brand new strip for Ghana. So when we line up at the World Cup, you will see a totally new strip. 2 colors, one in white, one in yellow. Now, the underlying theme for the yellow strip is our ever-famous Mokola market. And the underlying theme for the white strip is the Spider-Man, Kweku Anansi. And I'm very sure that during the tourney, our opponents will be looking for Kweku Anansi and will be looking for him. But they'll find Kweku Anansi in their goalpost. Your Excellency, like I said earlier, I will thank you one more time for making the establishment of the Sports Fund a reality. Honestly, before your arrival, I thought it will forever be a dream. Fast forward, we do have it. And I believe that everybody, both in the public sector and the private sector, will look at the Sports Fund as a key instrument to the development of sports in our country. Today, we are here to seek the support of both the private sector and the public sector to support our Black Stars. Football is a sport that brings all of us together. Look at the array of people gathered here. From our musicians, our celebrities, our football legends. I can see Mohamed Ahmed Polo, the dribbling magician. From people from the corporate world. This is the power of football. Football brings all of us, regardless of where you belong in politics. Football brings all of us together. Football makes all of us happy. I always say, Your Excellency, that in every home in Ghana, you will find one soul that is either involved with football, speaks about football, or watches football. Is it that the man of the house is watching, the woman is crazy, wearing the strip, like I can see here, some of the beautiful ladies wearing the strip, or the little kid talking about football or watching football. This is the power of the sport we are talking about. It's the reason why I will appeal to all of us to believe in our national team, to support our national team, because football is capital intensive. It only takes continuous investment to get the desired results. And the massive attendance here speaks volumes of your commitment to support the desire of our president. On that note, Your Excellency, I will thank you so much for this initiative. Corporate Ghana, this is our time. This is your time. It's a time for you to contribute toward the success of our beloved sport, football. As I leave, I think I have a special present for the president of our country. I have a special replica shirt, the very last one done by Kudus for the qualifier against Mali. And as I walk down the steps, I will do justice to present it to our dear minister. But before I do that, thank you very much. Let's support our Black Stars. Shatta. Okay. Wale. Bim. One love. Thank you very much.
Mr. Kurt Edwin Simeon Okreku, we're very grateful to you. Please help me appreciate him with another round of applause. Well, to the Ghana FA president and to all of us, there's good news ahead of time. Before we enter into the moments where we will start acknowledging those who have started donating, I have the pleasure of announcing to all of you that we have a headline sponsor who have made a commitment of $5 million US. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, shall we acknowledge the very kind support of engineers and planners. Good people of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about the story of the Black Stars at the FIFA World Cup, some entities stand out tall because they believed in the dream at a time when many had their hopes shattered, and they were able to engineer the spirits of our players and our fans to make sure that we qualified for our very first World Cup in the year 2006 under the leadership of the inspirational former captain. Tonight, I'm glad to acknowledge the presence of the strong team from Goldfields, Ghana, led by the managing director, who's also senior vice president, Mr. Elliot Chum. Shall we do a big round of applause? He's here ably supported by his senior vice president, lawyer Michael Akafia, and the regional manager for corporate affairs and external relations, your and my, Emma Morrison. Shall we do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Your Excellency, the beauty of the game of football in Ghana is made complete because we have a solid foundation. Many years ago, in my years of active service as a young sports journalist, I found myself in the Gambia covering cricket. And I met a retired civil servant who said that he spent his time between the 60s and the 70s here in Ghana. And he said to me, Nathaniel, I do not watch football in my country, Gambia, anymore. And I said, sir, why is that the case? And then he said to me, it is because I saw great players whose quality is above board. I saw Mohamed Polo play football. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there are many footballers, there are many dribblers, but there is only one dribbling magician. Please help me pay respects to the one and only Mohamed Ahmed Polo. A winner of the Africa Cup of Nations for Ghana and a legend of the Phobian Club, Accra Hearts of Oak. Also, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, would like to pay our respects to all of our friends from the financial sector who are here to support us. And just before we go for our next address, I'd like to pay my respects to them as a way of also encouraging them to follow in the like and in the example, the shining one at that we have had so far from engineers and planners. We duly acknowledge the presence of the following: the Managing Director of Access Bank Ghana, Madam Pearl Nkrumah; the Managing Director of ABSA Ghana, Dr. Edward Nate Boche; the Managing Director of GT Bank Ghana, Thomas Atajon, the Managing Director of Stanbic Bank Ghana, Mr. Kwamina Asumening, and also Executive Director of Consumer Banking at EcoBank, Mr. Taras Kwa. Shall we do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? I'd like all of us to be encouraged to also visit Ghana World Cup, GH World Cup Raffle _2026. And of course, on all the other media handles, it's GH World Cup Raffle _2026. Also, I duly acknowledge the presence of the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of World Carbon Mining Limited, Dr. Tony Luck. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Madam, we're very grateful to you. And now, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome here to the stage a hard-working Sports and Recreation Minister, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. The applause is not strong enough.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Honorable Ministers here present, heads of agencies, distinguished leaders of corporate Ghana, members of the media, our loyal supporters, Nime Name, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Well, I only heard the response from the other side. Are you still fasting? Your Excellency, when you saw me into office in February last year, you made a remark that has stayed with me. You said you did not envy my job. And you were very clear about the scale of the responsibility that comes with rebuilding confidence in our sports sector. Your Excellency, that honesty set the tone. And since then, your guidance has been consistent. To build a system that is transparent, accountable, and worthy of public trust. One of the earliest decisions that reflected that commitment was the directive to make the national team's budget public. It was a deliberate reset. When people can see resources are committed, they begin to trust the process. And when there is trust, investment flows. That, Your Excellency, is the foundation upon which we are standing today. So when we see these numbers here, it's because of your reset agenda. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what brings us here is clear. To mobilize support in a structured way towards Ghana's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And to do so through a system that allows confidence, visibility, and accountability. The FIFA World Cup, Your Excellency, remains the most powerful global platform in sport. The last tournament, Your Excellency, reached over 5 billion across television and digital platforms. And of course, with the final alone attracting more than 1 billion viewers. Matches are broadcast across more than 200 territories, with billions of digital engagements generated around the competition. The 2026 edition expands even further. More teams, more matches, longer duration, and a wider global footprint. Ghana is well positioned within this environment. For brands, it is an opportunity to present at scale, to connect with audiences across continents, and to align with moments that carry emotion, identity, and national pride. Ghana is not entering this stage as an outsider. We are a recognized football nation with strong history and loyal following, both at home and across the diaspora. Our group stage features alone places us in a very strong global visibility windows. The match between Ghana and England, in particular, will attract significant international attention, with projections of hundreds of millions of viewers across Europe, Africa, and North America. For any serious brand, that is premium exposure. And that is why we are inviting you to partner with us and to get all the appropriate platforms to reach out to these huge numbers. Government is also working deliberately to ensure that broadcast access is expanded, with engagements ongoing to secure wide distribution across free-to-air platforms. The intention is simple. Every Ghanaian must have access to the tournament, and every partner must receive maximum visibility from their association. This is how value is created. Not just participation, but visibility that translates into brand equity. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this week, the World Cup raffle was introduced to extend participation beyond institutions to the wider public. It allows individuals, families, and organizations to contribute directly to the World Cup campaign fund, while also being a part of the experience. It brings the nation into the process, not as observers, but as participants. As part of this inclusive approach, the World Cup raffle has been carefully designed to give every Ghanaian a direct stake in this journey. What do you have to do? Pick your phone, dial *899#. And if you do not have a phone that can allow you to dial *899#, you can also visit ghworldcupraffle.com and just follow the process, and you will be able to participate in this raffle, which was launched on Tuesday. Individuals can participate daily for a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to support the Black Stars at the FIFA World Cup. Beyond the ultimate prize, there are exciting rewards along the way, including daily airtime prizes, weekly cash prize, match tickets, jerseys, and other sponsor packages. This initiative is also government's way of expressing appreciation to Ghanaians for their belief in the Black Stars and for staying with the team on this journey. The Black Stars, ladies and gentlemen, belong to the people of Ghana. And this platform gives the public meaningful opportunity to be part of the campaign while sharing in the excitement and benefits that comes with it. I therefore encourage every Ghanaian to participate and support this national effort. I want to encourage corporate Ghana to take this seriously, not only at the level of sponsorship, but also in how you engage your internal communities. When your staff and your networks participate, the impact becomes collective. Your Excellency, your presence with the theme throughout this journey has been significant. Your visit to the Black Stars at training ahead of the qualifiers against Chad lifted morale and reinforced belief within the team. So the president of FA was not just telling something that did not exist. That visit really had a turnaround because these were players who were reeling under a lot of pressure for not qualifying for the AFCON. But your presence there encouraged them and motivated them. They knew the number one was with them. And that has moved them on. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you. This kind of leadership matters. Before I conclude, Your Excellency, let me congratulate in a very special way the Fundraising and Sponsorship Committee chaired by Honorable Thomas Ampem Nyako. Your Excellency, they have done a great job, and they haven't disappointed us that we've put the right persons to do the job. Also, specially, let me congratulate and thank the chairman of the Events and Publicity and Marketing Committee and his team, Mr. Stan Dogbe, for a great job that they have partnered with the fundraising committee to make sure that this World Cup journey becomes a memorable one. They have done well, and I know we will end very well. Your Excellency, I want to assure you and the nation that the players understand what lies ahead. They are preparing with focus and discipline, and they are committed to representing Ghana strongly on the global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are building goes beyond this tournament. We are putting in place a system that can sustain sport, that can attract investment, and that can give our athletes the structure they need to perform consistently. And Your Excellency, even though we are here talking about our participation in the World Cup, it is important to also mention how you want sports to be structured. Your direction that we put in place a structured system right from the lower basics all the way through the junior high, senior high, and to the tertiary level is something that we are working seriously to implement. And we want to thank you for appointing a national coordinator and a deputy for our school sports. What it means is that going forward, we would not leave an unstructured school sports, starting from the primary, through junior high, to senior high, and to the tertiary level. Colleges of education, technical universities, universities themselves will all be properly structured. Thank you, Your Excellency, for this directive. Thank you. It didn't end there. Like the President said, Sports Fund has been talked about. We have dreamt about it. But in just less than 1 year, you saw to the establishment of the Sports Fund. And when Parliament approved it, within a month, you saw to it that the board was constituted and the administrator and deputy appointed. And as we speak, they are working very hard to mobilize resources to finance sports. We thank you once more. Your Excellency, what we are building goes beyond this tournament. We are putting in place a structured system that will attract investment, a system that is transparent, a system that is credible, and a system that works. I invite corporate Ghana to come on board with confidence. I invite every Ghanaian to be part of this journey. Together, we will support the Black Stars and at the same time strengthen the future of our sport in our country. I thank you for your attendance and I thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister, we are very, very grateful to you, and we also like to commend you for all the hard work that you are doing in terms of bringing all the collaborative efforts together in the sector. Please help me appreciate the Minister. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, today the Ghana FA President is here leading a very strong delegation. The inspirational captain, please remember, is a member, and a dedicated one at that, of the Black Stars Management Committee. Also here with us this evening, as I can see from here, are the Chief of Staff of the Ghana FA. Please put your hands together for Mr. Michael Usekre. He's also the founder of Vision FC, and also the man who's heavily bidding for the next Ghana Premier League title, Mr. Moses Ama, also known as Mospaka. Yeah, the Hearts and Kotoko fans don't want to clap. Please clap for him. He is doing a good job. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, within the backroom staff of the Ghana FA, or the Black Stars setup, are some legends of the game. They have done their bit in terms of placing our jersey on the fields at the FIFA World Cup. Please help me acknowledge one of the highest cap players in Black Stars history, who's now serving as an assistant coach, John Paintsel. He celebrated very heavily when he saved a kick from Cristiano Ronaldo at the FIFA World Cup. And years down the line, other goalkeepers make it a point to also celebrate when they make key saves. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, goalkeepers trainer of the Black Stars, the one and only Lion. Please put your hands together for Fatau Dauda. The team manager of the Black Stars is also here with us, Mr. Aminu Shado. Please put your hands together for him. I would like to pay my respects to all regional FA chairs who are here with us. And considering that we're here in the Greater Accra region, I would like to mention Mr. Sam Abuabire, also known as Qatar. Please put your hands together for him. So through him, we say big respects to all the regional FA chairs who are here with us this evening. Also, I'd like to salute the CEO of Pay Angel, my good friend, Mr. John Amegbo. Shall we do a big round of applause? Mr. Jones Amegbo. Mr. Ivan Bruce Kujo is the CEO of Travel Matters. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Also a very big investor in sports, specifically in boxing. Talk about that. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the CEO of Legacy Rise Sports, who's also a licensed FIFA agent, Ibrahim Mahama. And Sharaf, let me just tell you this, that, mentions on these kinds of stages mean that you have to organize another big fight in the next 2 quarters. Yeah. Ghana Supporters Union. Hello. Nakaino. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to pay my respects to the indefatigable Dr. Tony Obin. He is the head of the Chamber of Mines, and also he's done that before and also played various roles within our football. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Of course, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we have strong presence from the financial sector. And so I'd like to pay my respects to my good friend, Mr. Henry Ampong, who's an executive director from EcoBank in charge of corporate and investment banking. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Well, I'll be doing some more as we go along. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to do a round of music coming from one whom we admire very, very greatly. Before that, however, I looked across and noticed a fine gentleman whom would refer to, especially for those of you who are Lumba lovers and watch some of his video clips. Well, he's a big operative within football, invested in football, and also one who has large investments within the travel space and also logistics. Shall we put our hands together for Mr. Kennedy Ejapong, the CEO of the Kempong Group? Thank you very much for being here with us this evening. And so the tale we're telling you is a musical tale which, affects our hearts greatly. He's done many songs that have lifted the downtrodden, and he's done many songs that have inspired many. Tonight, he's here to inspire us to dig deep into our resources and make sure that we make tonight an amazing success and one that everybody will talk about and refer to. Please help me with a big round of applause to welcome the multiple award-winning NACE. Let's go. Nasir. Let's go. Are you ready? Ghana, oh say Ghana, oh say where is your leggy? Cha. Is your leggy? Tonight is football day, you know. Gigi. Where is your leggy? Is your heady? Is your heady? I say, where is your stomach? Where is your stomach?
Everybody blow your trumpet. Everybody blow your trumpet. Are you ready, Ghana? Everybody blow, blow, blow. Where is your leggy? Where is your leggy?
This is my leggy.
Come on, let's go. Where is your leggy?
This is my heady.
Where is your leggy, leggy?
This is my heady.
Where is your heady, heady?
This is my heady, heady.
Where is your stomach?
This is my stomach.
Everybody, thank you.
The multiple award-winning Nasi, ably supported by the ever-present Ghana Supporters Union. And we're looking forward to seeing them get the needed resources so that they can represent in the stands when the Black Stars play at the World Cup. On that note, I would like to acknowledge the delegation from our headline sponsors, engineers and planners, and of course, the director in charge of operations at Engineers and Planners is leading the delegation, Mr. Eric Adama, Mr. Biliguo Eric Adama. Shall we do a big round of applause? Also, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama is a special aide to the CEO of Engineers and Planners. Shall we do a big round of applause? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I know most of you will be asking for jerseys and many other things that are related to match tickets and others. Well, there's a hard-working gentleman here who's been running up and down to make all of these happen. His name is Mr. Jamil Marabi, and he is the Director of Marketing of the Ghana FA. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? GTV, once again, we're very grateful to you. GTV Sports Plus, we're grateful to you. And we're grateful to all the other media houses and blogs who are carrying this launch live. Before the main address, I would like to pay respects to a few more. Mr. Kwame Into Amwa is the CEO of GNPC, and he is leading the delegation here tonight. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? You know, the applause should be louder because you may never know. You know, they are former headline sponsors. And of course, Mr. Michael Aite, the Deputy CEO, and Mr. Eric Poidra, the Director of Corporate Affairs. We're grateful to you. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to quickly refer to a part of the speech that was made by the President of the Ghana FA as he addressed us this evening. It has to do with an element of good omen. The good omen which has come from a fine gentleman who, at a certain point during duties, decided to put everything aside and pay a visit to the Black Stars team. And as the history will be written, and as today stands, the Black Stars are yet to lose a competitive game. Ladies and gentlemen, please, with warm applause and much respect and love, help me welcome the chief supporter of the Black Stars, and the man who will be encouraging all of us as a nation to come along, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Mr. John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much. Your enthusiasm is always infectious. Thank you very much. Let me stand on existing protocols and just acknowledge a few people, the Minister of Sports and Recreation and your staff, the Deputy Minister of Finance, who is chair of the Fundraising and Planning Committee, my good friend and brother, Mr. Kurt Okreku, President of the FA, the Ghana Football Association, and all senior government officials who are present here, our traditional leaders, current Black Stars and old Black Star legends, our renowned musicians and persons from the creative industry, captains of the corporate world and the private sector, members of the diplomatic corps, sporting unions, friends from the media, and everybody that is here. You are distinguished, and we're happy to have you at this event. Tonight, we're launching a fundraising campaign and a new chapter in Ghana's approach to national excellence, fiscal responsibility, and collective patriotism. Football is woven into the fabric of our nation. It transcends ethnicity, region, and class, and it unites us in ways that very few things can do. I still remember 2010 vividly, the energy that was in the air, the nation standing still, united in hope, as we came within a whisper of gaining world glory. Indeed, those moments were heartbreaking, and I still don't like Shatta since that incident. And I've never wished him well since he did what he did. And they defined a moment of Ghana's football history and glory. Since then, our Black Stars have experienced highs and lows. the disappointment of 2014, the lessons of 2022, and the sobering reality of missing AFCON 2024 for the first time in 2 decades. But Ghanaians have remained faithful to our stars. That loyalty deserves our deepest respect and our best efforts to make a return to our rich past. Ladies and gentlemen, when we took office last year, we made a commitment that sports management in Ghana will be guided by transparency and accountability. In my 2025 State of the Nation address, I announced that the national football budget will be disclosed to the public, a first in our history. Why? Because Ghanaians have the right to know how their resources are being utilized, and corporate partners deserve transparency before they will agree to invest. I commend the Minister for Sports and Recreation for maintaining this standard, but we need to be more consistent in releasing information about how much we spend as a country on our sporting activities. This transparency extends to a difficult but responsible decision we made not to allocate public funds for large-scale travel for supporters to follow our teams abroad. This year's World Cup particularly presents unique challenges in sports mobilization. The tournament is hosted by 3 countries, Canada, Mexico, and the United States, spanning from Central America to North America, with venues in distant cities that can only be reached mainly by air. We understand the passion of our supporters, we feel it too. But at a time when we're investing heavily in job creation through the Big Push program, the 24-hour economy initiative, education, agriculture, and healthcare, we must prioritize national development over discretionary spending. In consonance with the recommendations of the Jamepe Committee report, the government has no plans to allocate public funds for supporters to travel to Canada, the United States, or Mexico to watch the Black Stars or attend the World Cup. The logistical cost of flying, accommodating, and feeding even just 200 supporters to the tournament is staggering. The estimated cost of sponsoring just 200 supporters, that is flights, accommodation, tickets, transportation, and feeding, is estimated at almost $2 million. Therefore, any mobilization of supporters to attend the World Cup must be funded by the private sector. And that's why we called you here. Government will, however, work with the leadership of the Ghanaian diaspora abroad to mobilize Ghanaians residents in the 3 countries to attend and support the Black Stars wherever they may be playing. Indeed, we are here tonight to ask for your support in preparing the Black Stars and covering any incidental costs of the team's 2026 World Cup campaign. This commitment to accountability has prompted us to establish the Ghana Sports Fund, a structured and credible platform for mobilizing and managing support for all our sporting disciplines. Tonight's fundraising initiative is founded on transparency, accountability, and participation. Distinguished guests, the World Cup is more than just a football tournament. It is the world's biggest single sports event that is watched by billions of people. It offers global visibility, national branding, and international positioning. Our performance will shape how the world perceives our beautiful country, Ghana. It will influence investor confidence, tourism, trade partnerships, and our reputation within the global community. The Black Stars is one of Ghana's most renowned brands, recognized from Beijing to Buenos Aires, from New York to Nairobi. And how many times haven't we traveled abroad? And when you say you're from Ghana, the next thing that comes out of a person's mouth is the Black Stars. Sometimes it's Kotoko, Asante Kotoko, in Congo, because of Englebert and all of them. And then sometimes it's Abedi Pele, sometimes it's Kofi Annan. But consistently, the Black Stars will be mentioned when you identify yourself as coming from Ghana. When I visited the team before the qualifier against Chad, I encouraged them to always remember that wearing the national jersey is a sacred responsibility. I encouraged them to play with dedication, play with their hearts, and make our nation proud. Captain Jordan Ayew assured me then that they would deliver, and yes, they did. Since that event, I have watched the team grow in consistency and determination, ultimately securing another World Cup qualification. To rally the nation, government is leading the effort to support interested TV stations in acquiring the broadcast rights for the World Cup and bringing the Football Mondial into our homes, our pubs, beer bars, offices across the country. Tonight, therefore, we're joining corporate Ghana, private citizens, and the diaspora to join us on this journey. This is modern-day patriotism and active investment in our national pride. For businesses, this is an opportunity for you to align your brand with one of Africa's most beloved teams, the Black Stars, to demonstrate your corporate citizenship on a global stage, and to access unprecedented marketing reach and goodwill. And as the Deputy Minister of Finance said, any sponsorship you give is tax deductible. For us individual Ghanaians, this is our chance. Tax deductible means that you can add it to your cost. And so when we're calculating your tax, we will not include that as part of your profit. And so you won't pay any tax on any donation you make. For us individual Ghanaians, this is our chance to be part of Ghana's World Cup story, to support our team through credible, transparent platforms, and to show that we can mobilize our own strength when it matters most. And that's why you have to dial *899# or *899 *2026#. Every contribution, whether 100 cedis or 1 million cedis, or even $5 million, as I hear headline sponsors have offered, will be very much appreciated. Every gesture will bolster our collective resolve to achieve victory. And I assure you, every CD contributed will be properly accounted for. We will publish detailed reports on utilization of the fund. Resources will support the team's preparation, logistics, welfare, and the wider sports ecosystem. You have my personal commitment and that of my government that your trust will be honored. The Ghana Sports Fund extends beyond just football. Athletics, boxing, volleyball, basketball, and every discipline deserves our support and opportunity. Our vision is a thriving sports sector that uncovers talents, develops champions, and creates opportunities for all our young people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our moment to demonstrate what Ghana can achieve when we work together. I call on corporate Ghana to invest with confidence. I urge every Ghanaian to contribute what they can, to share the vision of the Black Stars, and to stand with our team. Let us demonstrate that when our nation's pride is at stake, we can all rise to the challenge. I believe in the Black Stars, I believe in Ghana, and I believe that together we'll reclaim our rightful place as a force in global football. And so let this evening be not just a fundraiser, but a symbol of our national reset. It should demonstrate that Ghana's strength resides in our unity, transparency, and our steadfast dedication to excellence. So go Black Stars, make Ghana proud. I thank you very much, and may God bless our homeland Ghana.
Your Excellency, we're very grateful to you this evening for encouraging us on this scale and also assuring us of your support and the best in terms of transparency for the people of Ghana. We're grateful to you for the massive example. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we thank His Excellency? My good friend Mona Lisa Abigail Somaha is, whom you all know as Mona Gucci. She's here. She's a member of the team. Shall we put our hands together for her? Mona. Yes, so we were having a conversation, earlier, and we're talking about how encouraging it has been already, in trying to get support. And I'm very glad at what I've seen so far. And so, ladies and gentlemen, just so we make it one of the shortest sessions as possible, be inspired by what you're going to hear already, because good news is coming our way. Please do a big round of applause for everybody who's supported so far. Before we start off that session, which will be very, very brief, I assure you, would like to focus our eyes on the screens as we listen to messages from players of the Black Stars, encouraging all of us to be a part of this journey. In the meantime, would like to say a very big thank you to all of our friends from the gaming industry, all the gaming brands who are represented here. We say we're very grateful to you this evening. Shall we do a big round of applause for all of them? And so at this time, would like to have the brief messages from players of the Black Stars encouraging us. And then after that, I introduce my good friend to come and encourage all of us to donate to this fund.
I say, I'm going to protect when I'm in the field, qualified to do World Cup. You want to know who are World Cup, and one can support, I support what World Cup, and I guess almost money, I don't watch you now, she, I guess, you may feel what World Cup, and I guess you can't dream where you're meeting Ghana, a country on Ghana and no PGO. So I know one of you or my niece, but if in Ghana, I'm being one, no matter how much get support, not get support, when we live in the field, World Cup. We know why World Cup and I'm not sure you support and get support to work. I'm going to support and not support to anything go the World Cup.
Hi guys, Antoine Semenya here. To all dedicated Black Star fans, thank you for your incredible support for the qualifiers. It truly means everything. As we head into the World Cup in the USA, we'll give everything on the pitch and count on your prayers and energy. Let's make history again. Special thanks to President Mahama for the endless support, and I hope to see you all soon. God bless.
Hi Ghanaians, this is Sam Abdul Fattah here. We really thank you for your support, and we really appreciate the love you've been giving us. And as we are approaching the World Cup now, we want you to get behind the Black Stars. We need your energy, your support, and your prayers. Thank you so much.
Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Antoine Semenyo, and goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Please do a big round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the CEO of the Petroleum Hub, Dr. Tony Obin, was smiling throughout the messages, and I'm very sure that he would also have some good news for us, just like most of you tonight. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome up here one very vibrant broadcaster on television who's paid her dues in terms of, the big conversations and, of course, hosting some of the biggest events in this country. The last time we shared a stage together was at the EMY Africa Awards, the last 2 editions. Tonight, she's fired up just like all of us to make sure that we make an impression, and a positive one at that, on our national team as they get ready for this major assignment. Wait, please help me with another big round of applause as we welcome the award-winning Bella Mundi. Bella, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well, Nat. How are you doing?
I'm great. This evening, I realized that you have a big piece of paper in front of you. And
yes, I do.
I don't like to use the word envy, but I really envy this piece of paper that you're holding.
Well, actually, I do as well, especially looking at the amount of money that's been pledged. But I'm also very encouraged about it because it means that a lot of people are here to support. And just like Mr. President said, that is why they're here. And so we're glad that they're supporting. And we're hoping that we can raise some more money. So if you're here to help us raise some money, please put your hands together for yourself. The more you clap, the more money you get in your account. So if you want more, you don't want more? Okay, it looks like that just a few people who actually want more in their account. So let's hope that it happens.
Definitely. And of course, to start everything off, would like to say a very big thank you to our headline sponsor, Engineers and Planners. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we appreciate them with another round of applause? So to the team at Engineers and Planners, $5 million to give us that big foundation and that push. Let's hear it for them one more time. Yeah.
Absolutely. And yes, there are a lot more individuals and companies who have also contributed. But first of all, let me say good evening to Your Excellency, Mr. President. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Of course, the chief supporter of the Black Stars and of Ghana football and everything Ghana. I think he deserves a round of applause as well, ladies and gentlemen. And to the Minister of Sports, the Deputy Minister of Finance, and all of you who are gathered here, thank you so much for joining us. And so I'll go through the list very quickly, and after that, we'll get into the meat of tonight, raising some money to support the Black Stars, because we all know that the more support
supporting the Black Stars, this is going to happen. So we'll have a big group picture of all of our very kind donors and His Excellency later this evening.
And we'd like to remind all of you, like the Minister of Sports mentioned as well, the money will be handled with the highest level of integrity, transparency, and accountability. And so you shouldn't worry about whether your money is going to be spent the right way, because indeed we're going to be as transparent as possible to make sure that the right thing is done to help the Black Stars to victory. We're raising the cap, are we not?
Definitely.
In our generation, I think it's very possible. Is it possible? It's possible, right? Nat, what do you think?
Well,
how close are we to winning the World Cup?
We will do very, very well. And there are two gentlemen
here.
When
you say we will do very, very well, it's like the vim is not there. There's only one thing. It's either you're raising the cup or you're coming home. We want to raise the cup.
We definitely are not coming home.
Okay.
We're not coming home.
What does that mean?
Wabashia.
It won't go by.
No Ababa say, like His Excellency used to say.
All right. So at this point, I'd like to also invite two individuals who have pledged their support in various ways, of course, with their talent, to help us drum home, the message that every Ghanaian needs to support the Black Stars, and also to help us support the Black Stars as well to victory. And so they are here. They're going to give us a word. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite one first, and then we'll invite the other. President of SM Movement is here. Where are the Papa people? Are you here? It's like, what's happening? Papa, I'm not hearing much. What's going on? Are you ready for your president? Well, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shatta Wale as he joins us on stage with some brief remarks before we carry on. Ghana Supporters Union, I was hoping that you could do something to spice up the environment. Thank you very much.
It's okay, please, my dad is here, don't do that. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, honorable ministers, the president of the GFA, and everybody I see here, including my dad, even though you guys don't know I'm Shatta Mahama. Yeah. I'll just be brief and, nice. So I got a call from the Deputy Minister of Finance, who is my best friend now. And he was like, Shatta, we need you to, be on board and, support this. And I was like, all right, I'll be there. So I just came, we had a chit-chat and, had this thing going on. But now, what I'm seeing with companies and everybody supporting, including, the man of the land, His Excellency, I just want to say, from my team to also to the Black Stars and to the whole of the organization, we are donating $100,000 for them too as well. And that is what I'm doing. So, from my Hot Wave team, on behalf of my partner, Sahar, Saeed, Asharaf, Nana, who is right here with me, with my, team around me, I'll just say this is what I can also do to support the Black Stars, and this is what we are doing. So if you want to also donate, please start donating because we need more money for the Black Stars. Thank you very much.
Wow. $100,000 from Shatta Wale and, of course, Shatta Movement. I think that's fantastic.
That is amazing. Charles Ni Ama Mensa, my namesake. Shatta Wale.
When you say your namesake, $100,000.
Bolly.
So, Nat, should we announce as well? Because I know you told me backstage that you are going to contribute $1 million US?
We will do that after we have heard from a gentleman who responds to the accolade, Ah boy. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome the leader of the Beam Nation, Stone Boy.
Good evening, Ghana. First, to His Excellency, the President of our land. I'm so privileged to meet him in this manner. And when we talk about contributions, I believe that my contribution has been very significant in actually winning power for the NDC, I so say. Because everybody has heard, mainly because I'm somebody who really believes in reset. So per my own judgment, I made sure that that music was dropped within a moment where there was some ease in the system, because it was so tensed, and I dropped it in terms of contributions. And before I even spoke, the song in the background was well put together under 24 hours by me and an able team of producers. Cost to the tune of at least $20,000, which that has gone. I've taken care of that already, so this is like something present. And then also in terms of contribution, I think we are all here as Ghanaians, so let's be at par. We're donating $81,000 to make it 101, right? Right? It's just fair. So we have 20 in production and 81 in physical. You know what I'm saying? That makes it well so. Exactly. And then I'm sure the Minister of Finance will make sure that he sees to that. But I'm happy that that is going to go into tax write-off. So I'm happy. It still comes back to us. Anyway, this is a very important call to all of us. You know that Kotoko and phobia can never be one. There are two different teams who have to continue to keep that competitive energy to bring joy to the nation. And if I say that, you guys know what I mean. Exactly. The minister said it's a healthy competition, which I believe it is. But we just have to watch it so that we drop some tones of things that are going to affect the healthiness of that competition moving forward, especially the vulgar and all those ones, which you can hardly find in the Beam Nation camp. I stand to be very honest. Star 899 star hash is what we all have to dial as Ghanaians. And if you're outside the shores, you do ghworldcupraffle.com. Please, with all due respect, you can use this second as a Ghanaian. Take your phones, please, and let's dial star 899 hash, kindly, so that we're able to raise this money to support the gentlemen, the fans, and me. I've started throwing my bet or my raffle from Tuesday, and should I win, I'll definitely be there to support the Black Stars. But even if I don't, I said it that the honorable assistant coach is my neighbor. I just have to jump my wall. I'll be one of his suitcases, and we're going to get there. So thank you, Ghana. Thank you guys so much for rallying behind. I call on all of Beam Nation to make sure that you stick to the call of patriotism. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important for us to be patriotic, for us to have Ghana at heart, for us to love Ghana. So thank you so much. God bless you. I'll go by the name Stone Boy. Let's raise this fund to support Ghana.
Thank you, Stone Boy, President of Beam Nation. And yet he did mention that there's a raffle that's ongoing that gives you the opportunity to be randomly selected to join the Black Stars in Canada, in the US of A, and also in Mexico to support them. And hopefully we'll bring the cup home. I keep saying that because I'm very optimistic about it. And so just a reminder, if you have not participated in the raffle yet, it's not too late. It's ongoing at the moment. And so take out your phones now if you can, and let's support by doing this. So dial star 899 hash. Can I see you with your phones? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can all just dial star 899 hash now.
Easy steps.
Okay.
Start by dialing
and just follow the prompt. You can either
on your phone. Select option 1 to enter the raffle. Enter the number of tickets and approve the mobile money payment. To verify, dial the code again. Select option 2, the check ticket, and see the entry successfully recorded. Finally, winners receive messages with details of the prizes they have won. Play now and stand a chance to win something big. Here's how to join the Ghana World Cup raffle in just a few easy steps. Start by dialing star 899 hash on your phone. Select option 1 to enter the raffle. Enter the number of tickets and approve the mobile money payment. To verify, dial the code again. Select option 2, the check ticket, and see the entry successfully recorded. Finally, winners receive messages with details of the prizes they have won. Play now and stand a chance to win something big.
All right, and so don't forget again, it's star 899 hash. Follow the prompt, or you can also log on to www.ghworldcupraffle.com. And for today as well, we have a special code for donation and sponsorship. And so it's star 899 star 26 hash. Again, star 899 star 26 hash. I'm so sorry I've kept Stoneboy here for a while, but that's because just as I'm talking about the raffle, there are people who have already started playing and playing a number of times. And so today we're going to be selecting randomly 2 winners. And they will get to go on an all-expense-paid trip to the USA, to Canada, and Mexico to support the Black Stars during the World Cup. And so I'd like to invite back on stage Shatta Wale to join Stoneboy as we go ahead with the raffle. All right, so here we go. And yes, indeed, history is being made right here on stage. 2 of Ghana's biggest artists on stage. And is this not beautiful? All right. It's as if we missed the handshake. Should we try it one more time? One more time, man. Mr. President, I need your permission. If you say yes, I'll go ahead. If not, should they, they should hug. Mr. President says that Stoneboy and Shatta Wale should hug on stage at this point. Is it possible? This is a request from Mr. President. So you can look at him. I'm not the one asking for it. But Mr. President says that we should have Stoneboy. Ladies and gentlemen, and there you have it. This is so beautiful.
If President say hug, you don't hug, you want him to jail us.
So it's because you don't want to be jailed. Oh, I see. Okay.
Obey power.
Obey power. Okay. Obey before complain, right? Exactly. But that's very beautiful, and I think that this is only possible with football and music as well. Please, let's put our hands together for them one more time. A very memorable day. But at this point, we're going to go straight into our raffle. But quickly, let me say a big thank you to our official tech partners, Impromptu Technologies Limited, the official tech partners for the World Cup 2026. If we have a rep here, of course, we'd like to say thank you so much. Impromptu Technologies Limited, we're very grateful to you. So at this point, we're all going to look on the screen as we go ahead with the raffle. Like I said, 2 individuals are going to get a fully expense-paid trip to the US, to Canada, and also to Mexico to support the Black Stars. And so if we're ready, Stoneboy and Shatta Wale will help us in randomly selecting these winners. And so, tech team, let's do this.
I think we need somebody here.
Can we have a rep from the tech team, if possible, on stage to help our two big stars select these two individuals? Can we have someone on stage? Okay, there he comes. Do you want to explain what it is? Okay. So maybe if you just give them some screen, maybe just press on the
Okay, so currently what is happening is all the entries that we've gathered so far from the time of the launch from Tuesday till now. So as we speak, we had people who were making entries onto the system. So currently the system is selecting one winner who is getting the all expense paid trip right to the World Cup, and would have our honored artist mention the lucky ticket for the first winner. So yes, this is the first winner for the World Cup, going to the World Cup, an all expense paid trip to the World Cup. So would have Stone Boy maybe mention the lucky ticket for us.
The ticket number?
Yeah, the ticket number.
Oh, Mike.
You have. Okay.
Madam.
This is the first winner.
Yeah. This is good news for the first winner of the ever draw that you of the GH. You know, this makes me happy. And this guy is a Beam Nation. Yeah. KHJSMNFG. You have the phone number. Don't worry about that one. And continues. KHJSMNFG. SMO. The phone. If you be a home, if you be a SMO. So if your number is 024100 ###, come and win. You have won. And I just
no. That's your. So we take the second draw.
So Beam Nation won the very first one. Remember who? You have Mike.
So we take the second draw. So we take the second draw. So who will be the lucky winner? So this is the second draw. And what the system is doing is doing a random select. So it's not any predefined ticket that has been entered. There's live.
Why are you sweating if it's not predefined? Why are you sweating?
The place is hot. So as you can see, the system is randomly picking a winner. This is our second winner. The last 3 digits, hopefully it could be a winning ticket here. Hopefully, or not. But the fans are watching. Ghana is watching. So this is our second winner. And there we have it. This is our second winner. The second person winning the all-expense paid trip to watch the World Cup. Can we give a hand? Can we give a hand? So we'd invite Mr. Shatta Wale to actually mention the winning ticket.
All right, so the winner for this round is VX7MU4PR. VX7MU4PR. The number is 233-200-72 ###. Thank you.
All right, so irrespective of your network, I would encourage all of you, take your phones, dial *899#, and you could be our third and many winners going to watch the World Cup with us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, Shatta Wale and Stoneboy paying respect to the president. And what a beautiful scene that was. Congratulations to our 2 winners. And indeed, there will be more winners. Just remember, *899#. Play the game as many times as possible. You can play for yourself or play for someone else. It gives you that option. So if you're not exactly interested in traveling, but you think there's someone that will take up this opportunity, but may not be able to play the raffle, you can play on behalf of that person. Also dial *899# and follow the prompts.
Yes, indeed, and Bella has a lot more good news. And ladies and gentlemen, we have some ushers and Black Stars jerseys who have the pledge forms. So if you request for them, they will be brought to you so that you can quickly indicate what amount you'd like to support this cause with. I would like to once again say a very big thank you to all those who have generously donated to the cause so far. And of course, Bella has some more good news.
Yes, indeed. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Timeline and Innovations Company Limited. They are also pledging $100,000. And of course, in the person of the CEO himself, Alhaji Usman Inusa, he's here. Alhaji, can you just give us a wave or just be upstanding? There he is. Thank you so much, Alhaji, pledging $100,000 to support the Black Stars. Also, we're getting $2 million from Christian Salamoni Games Technologies. Beautiful, $2 million. Please, let's put our hands together for Mr. Christian Salamoni.
Bella, can you hold on a little bit? Ago! Akago! We just heard an amount of $2 million. Let's do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
And of course, just to say as well that Alhaji Usman Inusa has actually pledged $300,000. And so one more time, please be upstanding. Thank you so much, Alhaji. Barka de Sanla. All right. Also, we have received 10 million Ghana cedis from the KGL Group. And so that's also a beautiful contribution. Thank you so much. 10 million Ghana cedis from the KGL Group. Do we have a rep here? Do we have a rep from KGL? Well, thank you so much anyway.
And Bella, the interesting thing is that KGL over the period have also devoted a lot of resources to our juvenile football, and we have to commend them for that. Now, showing the way within corporate Ghana with this humongous donation of 10 million Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we do it?
Well, talking about humongous donations as well, Serene Insurance has also donated 2 million Ghana cedis to support the Black Stars. But that's not all. Hold on. Now, also, they are contributing a total of 20 million Ghana cedis insurance for players and the technical team. So 2 million Ghana cedis cash to support the Black Stars and an additional 20 million Ghana cedis insurance for the players and the technical team. Please, let's put our hands together for Serene Insurance. Do we have a rep here from Serene Insurance?
Wow.
Okay, there they are. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's do it for them as well.
We are grateful to Serene Insurance and, of course, the whole group led by Mr. Eric Sedi Kutoche. They have done an amazing job, and we salute them this evening. We look forward to seeing their businesses grow, just like all others who have contributed to this amazing cause.
Speaking of which, Jewel Energy Limited also has contributed 1 million Ghana cedis. Jewel Energy, thank you so much. And quickly, P&A African Food International Limited plus the Greek auto mechanic, $15,000 contributed from them. Thank you very much. And also Aboso Kind spare parts dealers. Yes. Now guess how much they are contributing? A whopping 500,000 Ghana cedis from the Aboso Kind spare parts dealers to support the Black Stars.
Well, their chairman, Mr. Autry, is a member of the team. Shall we do a big round of applause? Thank you so much for leading by example. To all of our friends in Abosiokai, we say thank you so much. May your businesses flourish, and may this reflect into performance for the Black Stars. Let's hear it for them one more time.
And let me quickly run through. We also have 1 million Ghana cedis coming from Icon Energy Limited. Thank you so much for your contribution. Do we have a rep here to give us a wave? Icon Energy, there he is. Thank you, sir. Also, Pay Angel. We have the CEO here, the founder of Pay Angel, Mr. Jones is here, and he is contributing 100,000 Ghana cedis to support the Black Stars. And I'm particularly excited about this because I'm the face of Pay Angel. So just a reminder, if you need to send money from anywhere outside the country, remember to download Pay Angel. Now, Crown Resorts Limited as well has contributed 50,000 Ghana cedis to support the Black Stars. And also, Timeline and Innovations Company Limited, $100,000 US. Wow. Timeline Innovations Company Limited. Do we have a rep here? Well, thank you so much for that. Okay, 300. Oh, for Timeline again, sorry. Thank you so much for that correction. But anyway, let's move on now. Just a reminder that your name may not have been mentioned, but you also are here and want to contribute to support the Black Stars as they journey to the World Cup. We have ushers who are dotted around the auditorium. We have 2 of them in the middle here. I believe we have a few. And there's also a table towards the back, towards my right-hand side, which would be your left, just before you exit the auditorium. If you want to make a pledge, please go ahead. You can signal the ushers to come to you with their pledge forms. Or if you're too concerned about being noticed, you can just quickly walk to the back there and also pledge. There are ladies there who will take your details and reach out to you much later. But we're grateful to you all for your contributions. And remember, *899# as you're contributing. Also remember to play the game so you could win that all-expense-paid trip to go watch the World Cup.
Amazing stuff there. And just as we bring all of this to a close, please do remember that the channels are all very open and ready to welcome all of you. And just like Bella has amplified, we will be respecting the integrity of this process. And of course, His Excellency the President has already demonstrated the commitment to ensure that all of this will be made public and will be made available for all to see how these funds are used and are expended. Once again, we're grateful to each and every one of you for making this commitment. And we do know that with these examples, more will come in and the due acknowledgements will be given. At this time, respectfully, would like to once again welcome here to the stage His Excellency the President, and he will be joined by our 2 icons and all others who have donated to this cause. Respectfully, would like to welcome His Excellency, and he will be joined by all of our donors so far, all those we've mentioned so far. They will be sharing this very historic moment with His Excellency the President as a way of encouraging them and also saying a very big symbolic thank you to them for this massive gesture that has been made. Shall we welcome His Excellency with a round of applause?
Because they were signaling me
to wrap up, right? Okay. All right, and just a reminder, if we have any of the CEOs from the companies that pledged, or any representatives from the companies that pledged support to the Black Stars, kindly join in the photo session with the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Can we have a rep from Goldfields? Goldfields, kindly join us for the photo. And from all the other companies that contributed, you can get on the stairs. Okay, so the photographer will direct you as to where to stand. Make sure you're seen. Give us a beautiful smile. And whilst we're at this, I would like to say thank you to Erata Motors as well. 200,000 Ghana cedis pledged to support the Black Stars. 200,000 Ghana cedis from Erata Motors. If we have a rep here, kindly join in the photo shoot session.
And of course, turn it low, Ghana, thank you very much. Turn it low, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, would also like to once again say a very big thank you to Nana Odijo Ba Kokoko III. He has pledged an amount of 150,000 Ghana cedis. Nana, wonkwaso.
All right.
Thank you very much. We're grateful to you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. All right. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Bella, I'm very grateful to you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me show appreciation to Bella Mundi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I do know that all of you are excited at what we've all seen so far this evening, and we're all encouraged. And as we all do know, the team will be coming over, paying some of us visits, and ensuring that we all, add our might to this very laudable initiative to ensure that our participation in the World Cup becomes one that is very smooth and one that will be an example for all to see. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome a member of the team who serves as its secretary to give us a note of appreciation. Before that, would once again like to say a very big thank you to all of our donors who have been very generous to all of us tonight.
All right, and very quickly, so the two winners of the raffle who were mentioned earlier, just to let them know, they will be invited to the ministry for an official presentation. And so their names, well, were not mentioned here, but we have their details. And so they will be invited to the ministry for the official presentation sometime during the week. And so we'll let them know, or subsequently. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, would like to welcome here onto the stage the Secretary of the Fundraising Committee, Gertrude Emefatonko. Shall we do a big round of applause?
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, honorable ministers here present, members of Parliament, the Football Association, honored guests, partners, donors, and every proud Ghanaian here in this room and watching across the nation. Good evening. Thank you for honoring our call and invitation to be here today and to support the Black Stars. I am sure you felt the fire with the draw. Your Excellency, your presence here tonight is not lost on us. It speaks of the fact that leadership in Ghana sees the Black Stars not merely as a football team, but as an instrument of national renewal, national unity, and national pride. To the Ghana Football Association, to our donors, our dear partners, and all who have worked tirelessly, including the committee, the fundraising committee, to make this happen, Ghana sees it, and Ghana truly appreciates it. Ending my thanks to you all, I emphasize you to participate in this national campaign for our Black Stars. Dial *899# or visit www.GhanaWorldCupRaffle.com. Buy your ticket and spread the news to all and sundry. Play to join our two lucky winners today on the global stage of the international football. And I'd like to remind you that this is just the fundraising. This is just the launch. The fundraising itself continues. So please, by all means, keep pledging and keep supporting. Thank you and God bless you all.
We're grateful to you, Gertrude. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? And so, on this note, Your Excellency, the President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, would like to once again say a very big thank you to all of you for making tonight memorable and sending a very important message to every Ghanaian on the globe. Ghana will perform at the FIFA World Cup because we are committed and we are one, rallying behind our president to support them and make sure that we push them to the highest possible heights. At this time, respectfully, I would ask that we all rise for our melodious national anthem.
Let us
Very grateful to you, Your Excellency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, will all remain standing as His Excellency takes leave of us this evening.